Hi there guys, welcome to my latest Train Sim 2017 video. Today we are driving the Class 175 on the South Wales Coastal with the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack. Sorry, enhancement pack. So I'm not going to beat around the bush, let's get right into it. We'll do a little bit about the train while we're in here. I've got some bits to go through manual wise with this, how to do certain bits and pieces and all sorts, and we'll just have a good listen and see how it sounds. You'll know I quite like the packs, so if you come to hear a bit of praise for it, then yeah, by all means you're in the right place. I've had a tiny little flick at it, haven't driven it that much, so let's have a look and see how it is. Okay, so welcome aboard to Golf 52 operating Aruba Trains well service from Mastic to Cheltenham Spa. Due to engineering work, this service will be running through Severn Tunnel and Bristol Parkway. Set the train up and depart once passengers are aboard. So we're on our way to Cheltenham Spa, which is 1156. Okay, so we need to put new additions. So first things first, turn the master key, press S until you get it into neutral, reset the DSD as well. Did you see that there? The speeder goes right up to 140 and then back down to 0, which I really like. DRA is active as we have a red, and let's set up the TMS. So if we just press left arrow key and then hold the control button, we can put our driver number in and we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once you have put your driver key in, you can press control 1 again and that will take us to the status. We then want to put in our train service number, which is here. Now our train service number is, we're going to Cheltenham Spa, so it's 1156, so it's control 1156. And once we have done that, once you've entered the 4-digit code, control 2, and then we're sorted. So if we then now press main menu control 1, that will give us our screen. So that's the TMS sorted, so you can see now we're 1156 Cheltenham Spa. So that does the PIS and everything like that. Once we're in here, let's get our lights set up and our doors open. So door opening noise is quite good. Here we have the light indicators, which didn't work either on the original DTG version, which now do on the Armstrong Powerhouse version. We're at night, so we're set up for night travel. Dusk, I'd say dusk. Once we've done that, we've checked we've got door interlock. Sweet, we've got door interlock. We have got green, that's not our red. So let's remove that. Signal back to the guard. Stick it in forward. And away we go. Oh, there's a bit of pop in there. So you see now it's gone back to the screensaver. Cheltenham Spa 1156. Oh, we need instrument lights. Sorry about that. We'll listen to two of them at once. So the other thing that's quite cool about this sound pack is that it actually has a separate set of sounds for the passenger salon. One thing I am noticing is that there's no saloon lighting. I can't see anything in the Armstrong Powerhouse manual to say that needs turning on. Auxiliary set button doesn't work, so the lighting buttons don't work. So I'm guessing that's probably a base fault with the DTG train itself. If I am going wrong somewhere, I mean I can go right over to it now. So here's the auxiliary panel, and I can do nothing with nothing. So cab light, that's why the cab light switch doesn't even work. If we go back to this panel, I've got no MCB that's usable or anything here. So I'm not quite sure what that is about, but it's no biggie. I suppose it kind of is if you were planning on sitting on. I was just pressing Q to try and stop the DSD because it's Armstrong Powerhouse, it's back to E where it should be. Now if you're planning on sitting in the passenger saloon for videos, then yeah, I can see it being a bit of an issue. I don't know if that's an issue other people have had, and I'd need to go look at a few videos of this to see if that's something that's from the Armstrong Powerhouse pack or a DTG fault itself. Cab view wise, it's nice and quiet. It's not too over the top, but the sort of the rattly sounds, it makes you feel like you're in there really. There's the sound cutting down there, where it's going up to the next rev band. So another thing I was trying to explain to someone the other day on Facebook is that Armstrong Powerhouse sound packs are meant to be played at a good volume. You're not going to let really sit there and listen to them quietly. To get the full use out of them, you need to have them pretty high up. Not so they blow your ears off, but enough so you hear the lower down sounds as well. So you hear a full range of the sounds. So I mean, I have heard one guy say that this is speeding again. This is the best Armstrong Powerhouse pack so far. I couldn't go that far with it, purely because this isn't a train I would drive. So yes, I'm sure if the 175 was your thing, then it probably is the best pack so far. Me having the 91. I think the 91's the best enhancement pack so far. So a lot of people are very pleased with this. Just a few of the features to list is the brand new First Northwestern livery. Now for those of you that are worried about the branding issues that Armstrong Powerhouse have been having, they've gone back to what they used to, which was to on the download page itself you'll see where the extra stock packs are. You'll actually see a realistic branding patch, and it's a minuscule download, takes seconds to install, and gets around that whole problem of licensing but while still having the right branding there. Detailed external cab and passenger audio, which we've heard. Gets a few little bits and pieces, like going from full throttle in fourth to notch 4. down to 0, and then 4 again. It can sometimes pop out a bit. It can sometimes pop in and out. You heard it at the station back there, but I don't know if that's my end problem or theirs, I'm not sure. Accurate acceleration and braking physics. This is a different beast to drive. I'm actually really enjoying it now. I enjoyed it actually before anyway, but it feels a lot more. It feels a lot heavier. It feels a lot more realistic. It feels like you're getting a bit more feedback from it. And it's nice. It's a nice drive. New more realistic driver reminder appliance. The DRA button pulls out and lights up properly, not like the old one. High quality headlight textures. We haven't looked at those. And functioning vehicle overspeed light. So those headlight textures. Oh, they are nice. You see the dots for the LEDs. The ones that are bulbs are actually big bulbs. LED. Oh, I like that. Oh, good. The TMS is a nice touch. I have got a video on the 350 doing the Trent Valley that I've just bought, but I've got a memory dump just at the end of it, which is rather annoying. That's got a working TMS as well. So it's quite a nice feature, really. Speeding again. So scenario wise, these all are for the scenarios that come with it are all for the Bristol to Swansea part of the route, Southwest Coastal Bristol to Swansea. You've got 3 scenarios, 2 in the Arriva livery and 1 in the First Northwestern livery. Got the delay on the AWS as well, which is realistic and nice. Going back down to 60. I'm just going to close for a second before we get to Newport. We're down to 30 before we get through into there anyway, so. Shave off a bit of speed in the tunnel. Like the horn as well. Something guys that those of you probably will notice is that my Class 43 is still missing in action. Even after verifying the cache, I cannot seem to work out what has happened to it. I've reinstalled the route. I've actually taken it out of my list and reinstalled it when the verify didn't work. And it says missing and broken consists, so God knows really where it is. Oh, there's a 3-car stop there. I've gone a bit far. Oh, I love it. It just responds really nicely. Like I was saying before, this unit were originally designed with hydrokinetic brakes. They've now been disabled, but I'm sure you can notice some little bits and pieces with people that drove them before and now. So they're relying on the just air brakes. I like the audio at this station as well. So you've double checked the manual. There is nothing about saloon lighting in the 175 pack. What I might just check is see if anybody else has picked up on this or noticed it. Just don't really hear. There's people that are saying that some of the sound recycled from the 220 and the 158 pack. I've not noticed it. So all in all, this gets actually quite a positive thing on UK trains and a few other places. Look, what I have noticed with the Armstrong powerhouse is that there seems to be some sort of jealousy. There's certain people who automatically dislike it. I don't know if this is because the packs are always pretty good. But there's one or two people, you spot them on Facebook quite a lot. It's generally the same person I spot quite a lot on Facebook. Quite openly criticising them. There's another couple of people who seem to criticise the guy that does the Armstrong Powerhouse signs, Rich, how he acts. I can't quite work out what it is about. It is quite strange. So it just seems whatever they kind of do, it will be criticised at some level. And this pack doesn't seem to be any different. The other problem I often see with people with Armstrong Powerhouse packs is people driving with a HUD. So people driving with these things here. If that suits you, fine. If you want to do that, fine. But just remember, when a loco's scripted as heavily as the Armstrong Powerhouse stuff are, even lots of the DTG stuff is scripted, this means nothing. This really doesn't tell you jack. And yeah, I can see why you'd have it up there to save you looking down or whatever, but just looking down would be alright. Down to 75. So while there is criticism out there, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the popping that I heard at the start of this video. It is still at least twice as good, if not more, than the original DTG version. That's why I don't mind spending my money with AP at all. I know I'm going to get something that somebody has put a bit of time and effort into, thought about the realism, thought about the functionality of things. Not just, I want to drive a train on a track and make it go forwards and backwards. I like little touches. That sort of interests me, that keeps me engaged. I mean, I think you'll find quite a lot of train fans, aviation fans as well, and my theory on this, working in psychology for 13 years, is that it's about pressing buttons. For me, it definitely is. I like pressing buttons. I like pressing something and seeing what it does. And that's kind of what I think most of this is all about. But I know there's people out there that like the idea of following the rules of the railway. There's people out there that like looking at the scenery more than the driving of the trains. I know there's people out there that just want to recreate holidays they've been on. I quite like model railways as well, but they're ridiculously expensive. Yeah, okay, you pay for what you get, but they're expensive. This way I can get a train for 11 quid and a sale 6 quid. And not only do I get to watch it move, I can actually drive it on already done layouts, real style layouts. I've come in a bit fast because I was talking. Oh, I'm going to overrun. I really didn't want to on this video. I wanted this video to be pretty perfect. I'm going to miss it. I've missed it. Oh, hang on. I wasn't even supposed to... That was me panicking. I wasn't even meant to stop there anyway, so it's fine. To go via. I'm not due into anything for another 10 minutes. On Bristol Parkway. Sorry about that. So yeah, sound pack wise, sorry, enhancement pack wise, am I impressed? Yes, this is lovely. Even just this one section here that includes those headlights and that TMS. Master key working, brilliant. The overspeed, engine overspeed light works as well. Start and shutdown procedures are also correct in this. Just watching the speedo needle go up and down. Now I'd need to double check if that was there before, but I doubt it was. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I like the horn as well. It's a really ridiculous gradient in here. So there's blue lights at the bottom here. When the gradient starts going back to from a down gradient to an up gradient, there's lights to remind you that you're going uphill and you'll need to put more power on. Just down here. Okay, there I hear it. So I'm trying to get as much speed as I can before we hit the up section, which we're coming to now. There we go. 1 and 100 climb out. Oh yeah, it's a bit dark in the passenger view in the tunnel. I was just testing there whether if I put the cab light on in here, which I like the fact it's got a delay as well, did it affect the saloon lighting just randomly. The run sounds are really nice though, it's not over to the top and in your face. You can hear the odd little vibration here and there. Bit of sort of track rumble. It's nice. So yeah, it sounds good. It looks good. Those new lights do make a difference. The lack of saloon lighting does upset me. Again, I've got to figure out what that is. And the fact when you would be in the passenger saloon, you would be right above the engines basically. You get a little bit more of a deeper rumble in here, which is really nicely done. Probably the longest I've spent in a passenger view, I think. Until that. So for those of you that have done a long distance journey, a big regional journey on a DMU with an underfloor engine, you'll know what it's like. Sometimes they can be an absolute pain in the bum. And sometimes they're quite soothing. 175 by the sounds of this sound pack would be the latter. mph limit just after Hatchway platform 1. Okay, only at 77. Gradient to slow us down, so just still on 1 in 100. So something you need to be aware of is when braking in this, again the HUD only reads 50%, but that will put you at about 4.5, 5, so that's full service at 50%. Anything forward of that is going to be a emergency position. So just remember that. Use your gauges and your controllers, not your HUD. Or just remember that 50% is max. So if you want it in steps, step 1 is 11%, even though it doesn't really work out the same. Step 2 is about 26%. Step 3 is about 39%. And it's nice, it doesn't brake like a commuter train, like an inner city suburban metro. It doesn't brake like that. It takes a bit of time, a bit getting used to. Oh, shouldn't have done that. And that's us at Bristol Parkway. That's the end of that run. As usual, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me during this. Head over to the Armstrong Powerhouse website and buy if this is a route you use. Feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys and girls again soon. Bye bye.